Hello everyone, I'm here today with another process video. This one is for a 6x12 album. I'm doing pocket pages for a trip I took to Chicago. If you've been following along, you've seen some of those layouts already. And one of the last ones I did was for Oz Park, which is in the Lincoln Park area of Chicago. And I'm continuing on with that. I had so many photos that were fun that I decided I'm going to do 2 layouts of it. So this is the second one. Obviously you can see I have some holes here. I don't have anything for this pocket. I could potentially move this one here if I wanted, and I may, because otherwise I'm going to have 2 cards that are next to each other, and I generally don't like that. So I have that option. I have nothing picked out here, partially because there's a lot of color going on here, and I'm not quite sure what to do. I could go with a gray to get it to match that, but I like bolder colors, so I'm not sure how else I can fit that in. Like, what would I pick? So I think a lot depends on whatever I find to go, wherever this ends up. A lot depends on what's in the other pocket too. So that's what I'm starting with today. I am going to pull out the Oz stickers that I used on the previous layout as well, because I'm sure I can work them in somehow, and maybe that will give me some ideas on color too. So here are the Oz stickers I have. This is what's left that I haven't used yet. And I did notice there's a rainbow on this mural, and this is actually across the street from Oz Park, but it's meant to reflect that type of thing, with Chicago being in there as well. There's a rainbow here, so I'm wondering, can I fit that in somewhere? Maybe on the card that will end up here, because that gives me some other color options. And I do have pictures of the playground. There's some red in there, and I like that there's a little bit of red in this balloon. I like that they have the poppies and then the Wicked Witch. I mean, I don't know where else I'm going to use that, so I feel like I need to get that in there somewhere. I just don't know how. I did find a card that I thought maybe I could use. I love that it says it's going to be a bright, sunshiny day, the lyrics to the song that it comes from. But I'm not quite sure it works here. I love the yellow, but I've got a circle and a circle then. But I like the idea of yellow. What's on the other side? I didn't even look. Worst day ever? No, that does not apply. So I'm not sold on that. Another thing I'm considering is making my own card, and possibly using the legs of the Wicked Witch, because I think those are cool, and fitting in the rainbow as well. I only have a 3x4 pocket though, so it'd be tight. I'd probably have to maneuver it and cut off a little, but I'm liking it better than anything else I see in my stash. Because I liked the look of the yellow in that other card, I've pulled out just a scrap piece of yellow paper here to see if maybe I can make that functional, because then it pulls in yellow in both corners, which I like, and I could still use it as a somewhat neutral background for the stickers. This is what I have so far, and I really love this. I'm not sure about this rainbow. And then I found this too that says, "I'll get you, my pretties," and it's green, and there's green happening in here. So I think I'm actually going to lift up the rainbow, put this on there, and then just figure out what else can I do. Luckily, I was able to lift up the rainbow. There's a tiny little bit of damage here to the paper, but it's textured, so you can't really tell. So I think I'm going to put on that green circle, but first I need to clip off the edge here of this sticker. There we go. And then, yeah, I think I want this maybe somewhere off center. And it actually mimics this too, I just noticed. So I could have that, and then I could still kind of put something up here. So let's do that. What else do I have on here? I've got flying monkeys. There really isn't a mention of the Wicked Witch in any of this stuff, though, so I don't know that I want to go too heavily into that. So I'll have to peruse what else is on here and then make my decision. I decided to use the one that says Ruby Slippers because it goes with this, certainly, and it goes with the whole Oz theme. And then on the previous page, here, if I move this, you can kind of see it peeking through. I used 2 others of those stickers on vellum and stapled them. So to kind of mimic that on this layout, I think I'm going to put staples in it just like I did Which way did I go? I went up and down. Okay. So I'm going to put staples in to mimic that. So then it really makes it feel like those layouts all go together. So I have this. There we go. And now I still have to figure out what to do with this. And then am I going to journal here? Or am I going to put something in there? I have some hearts. I have the heart from the Tin Man, which would be appropriate because there he is. I might work with that one. I've got my scissors out again because I'm going to do some cutting. I'm getting creative here, people. I'm going to take this. But then I remembered in the movie, isn't it on a gold chain when he gets the heart presented to him? I think this is supposed to be for don't look at the man behind the curtain, that he's got a pocket watch. I don't remember that, but I think he does. But I think I'm going to cut this off and actually attach it to this so it looks like what the Tin Man gets, and then put it in this circle. We'll see how it goes. All right, I did it. So I sure hope that that's representative of the movie, because now I'm second guessing it. I think it's correct. But I like it, and I'm going to keep it. I like that it's got the city streets in the background, and I was able to use that circle element. They go together. I could add something. I think it works. However, that still leaves me with this. And I'm thinking I should use the Tin Man and the lion because they're in these photos, and put it over here somehow. But then I have these two cards next to each other, so I may futz around with some of these photos to see, because I don't like this up here. I think these are too busy together, so I don't like those. So it's going to have to be separated. There's going to have to be something here. So maybe I can futz over here, make it work better. Or maybe when I make the card for here, I'll be fine with the way it looks. I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. We'll see what happens. I've changed the order of the photos a little bit. Mixed them up, so now the Tin Man's up here. He's together. These are separated, but that's fine. And then I can space out the cards. And there's no card next to this. So it really is a matter of just designing this. I want to use the Tin Man and the Cowardly Lion, and then I'm also going to use this sticker, which shows his courage medal. So I'm just going to put this sticker on top of the other sticker and layer them. So I originally thought I would make the background for the card gray so that it matches this, but I can't really do that because the Tin Man is silver. So that will blend in too much. So I think I'm just going to go white, which is fine. I've got, another white element on here and other places, so I think it'll be okay. So I've decided to go all out over the top on this card. I'm going to use poppies over on this side. I'll clip off the extra. Then I'm going to use the Tin Man, the Cowardly Lion, plus the courage medal, and who knows other than that. But I'm going to start with these poppies. Here is the card with what I've done so far. Put on everything I said I would, but it feels blank up here. So I think I'm going to do some splattering. I have gold and I have a yellow tone. So I think I'm going to try them on a scratch paper, see which one I like better, and then I'll probably put some here, maybe a little here, and then some on this card as well, just so that it leads the eye around the layout and it all matches. I've done my splattering and I decided to go with this option. It's Tattered Angel's Glimmer Mist in Sunflower. And when you hold these up next to each other, I want to show the difference here. The Sunflower does look darker, and I thought that's what I was going to get. Hopefully you can see the color difference there. But as it's drying, it looks pretty much the same to me as the Heidi Swapp Gold. So I don't know that it's going to come out quite like how I wanted, but it'll be fine. It's close enough, I guess. And I haven't used this much because I actually bought it on clearance not long ago. It was either a 3 or a 4 pack. I don't remember. And I thought, okay, well, I like to do splattering and they were fun colors, so I bought them. So that'll show me kind of that it's very similar to the Heidi Swapp. So not totally dry, but hopefully the camera is picking this up so you can see. It is maybe just a hair darker, but not by much. So it'll be fine. It does add a little bit of the yellow tone to everything, which is what I was going for. So I think it'll be all right. I'm just going to let those dry, and then I'll put everything in the pockets and assess if I need to do anything else. So these cards still aren't dry, but as I was waiting for them to dry, I realized two things. One, I had not cut this to the correct dimensions of 4 inches tall, so I had to trim off a little bit. So now my sticker's really close to the edge, and I had to shave off just a tiny bit of the shoes down here. It still works, so that's okay, but I was kind of mad at myself that I didn't measure that correctly. So it's all fixed now, and that will go in there when it's dry. And then over here, I decided to add some of the yellow stars that were on the sticker sheet just to liven up that photo a little bit and to pull in more yellow. So now I've got it upper left, in the lower pockets, and upper right. So it gives a nice visual triangle, I think. And then this is what I have left of the sticker sheet. So it's kind of hard to see here, but these are alphas over there. And then you can kind of see what I use. I used quite a bit. I was a little worried when I bought these. I'm like, oh, they're so cute, I'm gonna buy them. And then I thought, uh-oh, am I really gonna use these? Was that a waste of money? I don't think it was. I'm quite happy with what I was able to use. Yes, I have some left, but I have some friends that still have not scrapped their Wicked photos from a couple years ago when we went to the musical. So maybe they'll be able to use some of these. So I'm going to hang on to those and hopefully make use of them by passing them on. And then this is the layout all done. So here is another one finished for Chicago. Thanks for watching.